Another important aspect, and I understand that I'm talking about so many different things that it's gonna be really hard to grasp it at the first time. So do not expect to understand from the beginning what we're talking about here. It's a bit like the internet at the beginning. You couldn't really understand it. You had to experience it. But the theory goes that we are trying to build a flat network. So it means that we don't want to grow going up as a pyramid. We want to grow as a flat network. That simply means that the more users we have and the more bookings we have, it does not correspond to having a bigger company running Trips. The aim is to keep Trips as a company as small as possible and the ecosystem as big as possible. So we want the ecosystem to grow, right? This allows for a much better scalability, and I would argue this allows for a much better localization, because once you give people in the network, and people in the network are hosts and guests mostly, to decide about issues like, again, when something gets broken, you can also add a new element, which is the local element. If something gets broken in an apartment in Paris, and I have the 5 judges in the panel who are called to decide, 3 of them are from Paris, I'm having a better local response to it. And there are always issues which are local. You need to know what's happening in the city to judge. Like the guests arrived late, of course there was a strike. And maybe in that area of the city, it's really hard to move when there's a strike. And somebody from a centralized OTA may not grasp entirely these local aspects. So better localization, faster growth, and less impact from the central company behind this, because Trips as a company is a centralizing aspect, but it will try to stay small.